Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy here at Prairie Sports Village. We've got some Benross Fairway woods and then we've got some hybrids to test in this video. I have just done, you can see them already on my channel, I've done the irons and the drivers. So far, very impressed. We move on to the fairway woods and then we move on to the hybrids. Each club has basically got 4 models. It's got the Compressor HTX, which is the non-adjustable, easy to hit, forgiving model. Low price point. Then they've got the Compressor Type R, which has got a little bit more adjustability, so you can change the loft, you can move weight, certainly in the drivers. Still low price, a little bit more expensive. And you've got the Benross Htx Gold, which is designed for seniors or slower swing speeds, and then you've got the ladies versions. So like they're catering for all the markets. These are the 3 woods we're going to hit first. I'm going to go Benross Htx Compressor. This is in 15 degree. This is a fixed head. I can't change the loft on this. Very similar to the driver. It's symmetrical. It's got this red kind of plasticky weight at the bottom, at the back here. It's got this compressor channel, which we've seen in other woods before. I don't mind them stealing ideas from the big brands. It makes sense. If you don't know Benross, they're a small UK company and they make budget golf clubs, but not like ridiculously budget, you know, still got a price tag to them, but they seem to work as well. Let's hit the 3 wood first. So I've got it on GC Quad. I'm going to hit Pro V1s. I like how that sits. It's a little bit big on the head. This is the HTX, Compressor HTX. It's a little bit sizey, but very forgiving when you look at it. It actually looks like it's got a big size head. For me, off the floor, I prefer something a little bit smaller, but I don't mind looking down at that. It's like a big grey kind of Titleist 3 wood really. And that felt nice. And that felt really nice. Why am I always shocked? Why am I always surprised? Every time I hit the Benross, I'm like, oh, that was nice. Don't know why I'm always surprised. They're good clubs. They're very good clubs. They just don't look quite perfect from the bottom, but apart from that, they look great from the top. Good shafts. These are the Kurikage. This is an extra stiff. I think it's 70 grams, 60 grams again. It's a tiny bit left of target, but still felt great off the head. Good numbers, 250 carry distance. Exactly where I'd want to hit a 3 wood. It's very good. It's shallow head actually, even though it's a sizable head. It's quite shallow, so I don't feel like I'm going to struggle hitting off the floor. Let's go one more with the 3. This is the HTX Compressor. That's left. That's me hitting a big pull there. I'm trying to cut it across and then pull that straight left. Can't complain the club with that. That was an awesome hit. And it doesn't feel like the club's moving or twisting at all. Like the club feels very stable when I'm hitting that, even though that was a bad hit, that last one. It feels very stable. Let's move into the, this is the HTX Compressor Type R, so you can change the loft on this. This is it's just called a Fairway actually. Wow, the range of movability on this is incredible. You can go from 13.5 degrees of loft all the way around to 16.5. That's 3 degrees of movability, so you can go 1.5 each way from the 15. I've just got this in 15. Now, this is where you see little imperfections in the price. So I took this brand new out the wrapper. It was absolutely brand new. And there's a little section, a little weight, like a hole where a lot of woods when they get made, they get left with a hole which they plug. They get left with a hole so they can insert weighting if they need to, certainly glue dots. And then they cover it up before they actually ship it. That cover up today was really sticky, had a lot of glue still on it. So it's like, just hadn't quite been finished. So I tried to rub it, but it didn't come off. But I mean, I'm just highlighting what potentially you wouldn't find with a club that's double the price. Are you bothered? I'm not sure. You can ask yourself that. I'm not sure. It just didn't quite give it the finish it needed to. The Compressor HTX Type R, like I say, it's got the adjustability, it's got the channel at the front, and it's a smaller head design. So actually when I sit it behind the ball, I'm a big fan of that head design. It's like the perfect size head. It's just got a little bit of compactness to it, but it's still very shallow. Same shaft as the other 3-wood. Oh, and that's what I like to see with a little 3-wood. Just a little, oh, too much cut actually. I thought it was good. Yeah, fraction too much cut if I'm honest. When it started off, I missed the flight. I thought it cut perfectly, but it hadn't. It cut a little bit too much. Felt good off the face. Again, 244, around 250 carry is good for me. That's cut too far if I'm honest though. Let's go again. There's no reason why it should cut, i.e. fade this 3-wood at all. Oh, that is a bullet. Get down that straight line. Get down that straight line. A little bit lower in flight, maybe because there's a different size of head. A little bit more compressed. Came out really strong. Love that flight. Painted a nice picture there. 2 left, 2 right. This one finds middle. I love the feel of the head. I cannot complain with that one bit. Oh, I just pulled it. I was going for that super straight line. Definitely a lower ball flight, a more penetrating flight than you would get with the HTX. With that, not the Type R, just kind of came out a much flatter ball flight. Let me just wipe those. You can see the shots that I've just hit there with the 3-woods. Let me just go. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just go a little bit further forward. Just kind of go 250. And I'll hit the hybrids next. So I've got 2 hybrids. Same idea again. Got the HTX and then the HTX Type R. This is, the first one is, I think it's 19 degrees. It's called H3. So I'm guessing it's a 3-wood hybrid. So it's probably more like 21 degrees. Same styling as the driver and the 3-wood. It sits perfectly in the family where it's very symmetrical. A little red kind of plasticky weight at the back. The speed channel, response channel they've called it, and it does look good actually. It looks a bit shiny at the bottom as well. I like the look of it. Detailing again could be sweeter. This is a non-adjustable neck this time. 80 gram stiff shaft. Yeah, it's about 21 degrees loft I would say on that. Let's give this a hit. So this is kind of, it's almost like a spoon shape. It's like a mini version of a fairway wood really, with lots of loft. Come out nice, super high, little fadey one. I'm going to be ambitious getting it to 250 on that loft. Felt really good off the head, very easy to get up in the air. And actually when I look at it, when I put the club down, it looks like it's going to be inviting to get in the air. Certainly the extra bit of loft, the white grooves, there's only 5 grooves on the face. It kind of makes it almost look like it's more lofted because of the separation in the grooves. I like that. Little high fadey one again. Super easy to get airborne. I'm hitting that so high. That landing into a green is going to really stop quicker. Probably stop quicker than the 7-irons I was testing before, if I'm honest. That's spinning at 4,200. It's only 1,000 less than the 7-iron I was hitting before. That's mainly due to height, if I'm honest with you. Let's go one more. Yeah, I really like that flight. And that's just up and it's staying hit. Ambitious to get there. Yeah, very ambitious. I thought so. Love the flight though. Cannot complain with that flight at all. It came out super high. Easy to hit. They'd be landing super soft into greens, par 4s, par 5s, par 3s for a lot of players will be using them, definitely. Like a little 190, 200 yard par 3 would be perfect. Then we move into the Type R. Now this is same story as we see with the driver and the 3-wood. This is now adjustable, but a very different shaped head. Very different. Much more boxy. Much more like a chunky, almost like a driving iron, so to speak, but a chunky version. I wouldn't class this as a hybrid so much. This for me is I'm going to imagine this is going to come out super flat. This is a changeable neck. I've got it in 20, 20 degrees of loft. You can go down to 18 and you can go up to 21.5, and it's got more of an upright option as well if you want to stop it going left. Let's give this a hit. Stop it going left, I mean stop it going right, sorry. Right, let's give this a hit. Much more boxy shape. This doesn't look like I can hit this up in the air at all. It's come out well. It kind of looked like it was going to come out a lot flatter. That's got to have travelled further, yeah. I think it's a little bit less lofted than the HTX I've just been reviewing. And the shape of the head just invites it more for a forward hit rather than up hit. 242 total distance, 227 carry. Good flight, strong flight, lower flighted than the ones before, than the HTX. Just a different shape of head would allow it to come out a little bit lower. The centre of gravity is not as far back on this club. That's on it. That is the best ball flight today. Penetrating, little fade for me is just perfect. Love that. I'm finding it hard to fault these clubs at all. Apart from the detail, the feel is great, the flight is great, the distances are good, spin rates are a bit low on the irons. Apart from that, they've performed great. The whole range has performed great. That's the best shot of it. That is just lovely. Flushed. Absolutely flushed it. Finished by getting on the green. Oh, 250 was ambitious. Benross range, HTX range in the whole cycle that I've just tested. All the HTX compressors, the HTX Type Rs. So I've not done the gold because it doesn't really suit me. I've just not done the ladies. But for me, they're catering for a lot of different markets. They're offering adjustability if you want it. How much it's going to make a difference, certainly that weight, I'm not sure. I don't believe the finish on them, looking at them when you get close, is that good. I think that's where they've sacrificed the potential uplifting cost. But once you then turn that club over and sit it down behind the ball, looks great. They do. Every club has looked great. And they've performed good. Irons, like I mentioned before, if you've not seen the review, just for me, they spun too low. I think that gameable, I don't think they would be usable out on the golf course for me because I couldn't spin it as much. But if you're a recreational golfer, perfect. If you're a weekend golfer and you just play with your mates, perfect. If you don't want to spend £2 grand on a set of golf clubs, perfect. The drivers, I was really struggling to fault the drivers at all. I think the drivers are really good. And the Fairways hybrids have just gelled into that family really nicely as well. Very good. Ben and Ross, you've done a good job. I don't know if that's their actual real names. Guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, click thumbs up. Comment below. What do you think of a lower price budget range? What do you think of it? You know, it's not super cheap, but it's better than any sports retail store that you can get clubs from because they are cheap and nasty stuff. Do not buy that stuff. I will test that one day, actually. I think I should do that. Guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit thumbs up, comment below. If you're new to my channel, hit the red button. It keeps you subscribed and it's completely for free. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.